Yo, what's up guys, and welcome to a Silent Assassin video for the new escalation called the BigMooney Flamboyancy. This is based on the BigMooney 06's creation. He's a big, huge Hitman YouTuber out there, so look him up. He's well deserved getting this escalation for himself. But for this one, for level 1, I'm going to bring along our classic lockpick, coin. I'm going to start at the Dolphin fountain location. So what we need to do for level 1 is we need to execute Levi Ackerman with a battle axe while disguised as the Mascot. So once we get over to this location over here, we're going to go ahead and pull out our pistol and shoot the camera that's just above the parking garage entrance right there. We're going to put that away now, and we're going to head straight through to the end of the parking lot, and there's going to be a Mascot at the end of the walkway, and we're going to go ahead and knock him out, take his disguise and leave his body there. Now another thing that we should point out is if you try and change the disguise or whatever, you will fail the escalation, so you need to make sure that you don't change disguises once you put this disguise on, otherwise you will fail. Once you've got his disguise now, we're going to go ahead and head upstairs to the Kronstadt building. This is where our target's going to be. There's going to be a gym up there, and he's just going to be hanging around outside in the gardens with around some guards. So he's going to be dressed as a scientist. So we're just going to go ahead and grab the battle axe from the gym, and we're going to use a distraction to distract the guard, and then we're going to throw the battle axe at his head. So the route actually to these one for all 3 levels are going to be the same. It's just some of our equipment's going to change here or there. So we're going to make our way up these stairs now. And at the top there's going to be a building right in front of you. We're going to pass through there, and we need to pass through the building and climb out of the window and up the pipe. Now I just need to make sure that no one is around when you exit that door. There's going to be guards around and stuff like that, so make sure you look out for those. Obviously the video skipped there because I don't know why it does that. Well, I did record this during a stream a little bit earlier on. Maybe that was the cause of it, I'm not sure. But anyway, there's going to be a guard out there. What we're going to wait to do is wait for him to move out of the way. He's going to be walking down the walkway towards our target. He's going to be having a conversation with the guard next to him. And once he's done that, he's going to walk back towards our direction. And that is when we're going to go ahead and create the distraction for the guard. And then we're going to take him out. So as you come around here and go into the gym, the battle axe is going to be in the corner. I'm just going to grab that, stay crouched, press against this wall here, and wait for this conversation to play out. Once he's done flapping his gums, he's going to be walking away now, and this guard to our left is going to be talking to someone on the radio. Once he's done that, we're going to throw a coin over in this direction over there, behind this wooden cover. And we're going to go ahead and pull out, make sure we pick up the battle axe we drop on the floor. Throw the axe out the target's head, and quickly go over to the guard and subdue him. We're going to leave his body here. He won't get found, so you don't need to worry about him. And once you've done that, we're going to head straight to the exit now. The exit is just going to be over here. Just go past this gate, lockpick the gate, head to the exit, and you've got Silent Assassin for level 1. So for level 2, we're going to have 2 additional targets. We're going to have one of them where we have to take him out with the battle axe as well disguised as the Mascot. The other target is going to be having to take him out with either an unsilent shotgun or an explosion. And we're actually going to go for the gunshot. So this is the loadout I went with. I'm going to use basically the same loadout as we did for the first level. So this is what we're going to go ahead and do. First of all, we're going to go back to where the parking lot is. And we're going to shoot out the camera, and we're going to grab the crowbar that's just propped up next to the van right here to our right. Then we're going to go through the parking lot to grab the Mascot disguise, and head back up through the building, just like we did previously.
I'm here now. Ready?
With the testimonies of
So once we're at this point here, we're going to head into the security room and go and grab the shotgun that's just on the table. Quickly run through the bathroom and head out the window. There's going to be a gym just opposite you. The guard's going to be there to our right, so just be careful for him. We're going to crouch run through this section and grab the battle axe itself. Next, we're going to do the same thing we did in the previous level and wait for this conversation to play out before we can move on. Once he's walked away, we can go and initiate our first set of distractions. So we're going to distract that guard right there, pick up the battle axe on the floor, and then throw it at this fighter's head when the guard moves away.
Okay.
We're going to go ahead and quickly knock out this guard right here with the crowbar in our inventory. Drag the scientist in this room over here. We're going to take the axe off his head before we dump him in the crate, because it can glitch out through the floor, as we've seen in our live stream. So we're going to grab the battle axe off the floor, dive through this window. The target is going to be in our room to our right, so we're going to open the door and throw a coin against the wall. Then we're going to press our body against this wall here, keeping the door closed. Once the target opens the door, we're going to spam the subdue button, and we're going to do a subdue from around the corner just like that. We're going to wait for that guard outside just to move past us, like he's done there. And then we're going to drag his body all the way into the cubicle over here. Shut the door. And then we're going to pull out our shotgun. Wait for them two people here to enter the room. That's what we were waiting for. That is actually Robert Knox and his guard that is with him all the time. And once we've shot him, he's going to create panic and all of them are going to leave. And that's the reason why we need them to stay in the room before we take the shot. Otherwise, the guard's patterns can be a bit random. Now, because they're in the room, they all heard it, so they're all escaping. They're all exactly the same way. So that gives us plenty of time to pass through this area into the back. Again, I apologise for this skip, but it's just literally down the corridor as we pass through the next section. We're going to turn off this fuse box once we're in this room here, and then quickly turn it back on. That's going to distract our target into the area where we need him to be. So we're just going to exit the room for now. He's going to come back and get through distracted. And once he's passed through, we're just going to go and slice out his neck with the battle axe. That takes care of our final target. So all we've got to do now is go to that helicopter exit, and we should be good to go. Just keep an eye out for all the guards' positions around this garden. They all should be in the same position as for me as they are for you. We're actually going to be patient here and wait for them all to move out of the area first before we take any risks. This guard's going to go back inside, and it'll give us plenty of time to use the clock lockpick on the gate right here. And once we've exited the mission, we will get our Silent Assassin rating, and that will take care of level 2 of this escalation. Next we have rapid elimination, which means you have to take out each target within 30 seconds of each other. So this time we brought along ourselves with a melee weapon. We swapped out the lockpick for a non-lethal melee, which is a fish. You can use any of those, any non-lethal melee you choose. We've also smuggled in a remote explosive into the parking lot. Now you can use any remote explosive that you have in your inventory. It doesn't matter which one. Bring any one of those along with you. It could be the duck or anything like that. At the start again, we're going to shoot out that camera and pick up this crowbar. We're going to need this crowbar for 2 gates. We're going to need to use it as a knockout weapon as well. So this is the reason why we're going to keep this. We need to make sure you don't forget to pick this crowbar up at the end, because I did that during a live stream and I did the whole entire contract and I forgot the crowbar to unlock the gate at the end to escape. So yeah, don't make the same mistake I did. So once we're at this point here, we're going to knock him out with the crowbar, take his disguise, then head up the route as we took before in the previous 2 levels. Also, don't forget to pick up the remote explosive from the van, this big red van right here, out of the suitcase. We're not taking the suitcase with us because, well, you can't climb up the ladder with it, so we're making sure we leave the briefcase there. But we need to make sure we take the explosive, otherwise this isn't going to work. So instead of taking the second target out Antoine Mac with a unsilenced shotgun, we're actually going to use the explosive for him. And actually the guards are going to be in such a point at the end where they're not even going to be interested in the explosion that happens. We're going to pop open this gate here with a crowbar, head upstairs now up to the top, and then pass through the room. Previous 2 levels, it skipped through this section. Let's just see if it skips again on this level 3. Don't know why it keeps doing this. No, it allowed us to pass through. Again, watch out for all the guards that are out there, making sure they're passing first before you dive out the window. Climb up the pipe and then up this area. Now you should be ahead of the guard at this point in time. Should save some time, so we're going to pass through this window into this gym, grab the battle axe from the top left corner, and before the other guard comes back, we're going to create a distraction by throwing a coin over here and knocking out the guard before the other guard comes.
I'll get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, I'll stay
So we're going to use the fish for this. Knock him out with that. Now the other guard is going to come, and the whole conversation that he usually has, it's all going to be skipped, so he can walk away and gives us a little bit more extra time to get things into position for us, which is going to help out tremendously. So usually at this point he'll be having a conversation with the other guard, but if this whole conversation is going to be skipped, and he's going to be walking away. So once he's at a safe enough distance away, we're going to throw a coin near this door over here. And the reason for that is because in the room where our second target is, there's going to be a guard in there, and he can see everything that's going on over here at this point in time, as you can see in the background maybe. There you go. So we're actually going to take him out over here. We're going to knock him out and throw a crowbar at his head. Pick up the battle axe. Pick up the crowbar. And then drag his body in this room here. Then down also the other door, and then down the stairs a little bit. Go back out and make sure you pick up the battle axe. Climb through the window. Enter the room to the right, and the guy should be in this position for you right here. Knock him out with the crowbar. It doesn't matter if he sees you either, because we're going to take him out a little bit later on. I'm going to drag his body all the way into the cubicle, what we did in the previous level where we took him out with the shotgun. Whilst we leave his body in here, we're going to go ahead and drop an explosive on his body. So that's all set up for us now. Next guy, we're going to make sure we pick up this battle axe right here, pass through this room, head over here, and we're going to create a distraction for him, again turning off the fuse box, making sure that he's the closest one towards the wall, otherwise he won't get distracted. So on some occasions there was another scientist that came over here and he got distracted instead, but as long as you're keeping up with me at the same time, he shouldn't even be in that position for you. Our target's now got distracted. We're just going to wait outside for him. There's also a guard up in the corridor as well, so we need to wait for him to move back down. So what we're actually going to do is go ahead and knock out this guy. Make sure you don't let him drop down that floor there. you're better off subduing him rather than knocking him out with a crowbar, because I almost dropped his body down there. So as you can see, the guard coming down the corridor on the mini-map there. It's our guard to the furthest to the left. There he is, going past right now. So that gives us a safe passage back to the room. There he is. Not the guard to the left, him there, not the far right. I'm so bad at this. Once we've taken him out with a battle axe, there it is, we can throw a battle axe at his unconscious body. Got 30 seconds now to take out our second target, which is going to be the other guy with a battle axe. You should have safe passages all the way through this section here, apart from this guard. We're actually going to wait for him to turn around. Still got plenty of time, by the way. Head back through this door, and then throw the axe at the other unconscious body. So that takes care of 2. We've got 1 more now, which is the explosion kill. We're actually going to head towards the exit now. There's no guards around this area apart from him. We're going to pass through this area, and there's going to be a guard out here sleeping, so we're going to create a distraction for him and knock him out. At this point in time, make sure you have your crowbar on you. So we're going to create a distraction for this guard over here. Throw the crowbar at his head, or just go ahead and knock him out. Set off the explosion. And go ahead and use the crowbar on this gate. The exit. You could have exploded that explosive way earlier as well if you wanted to, if you're that worried about the time. Overall, it doesn't really matter that much. But that's how you get Silent Assassin rating on level 3, and overall it's a pretty safe method to copy, so it's not that bad of a deal, really, when it comes to that kind of strategy. So hopefully this has helped you out for this particular escalation. Again, it's a pretty decent one from BigMooney there, so big shout out to him for creating this escalation. It's really good compared to the other 2 escalations that came out so far. But again, thank you so much for watching this video. That's going to do it for this one. Feel free to drop a like on this video and subscribe if you are brand new to the channel, and consider supporting me on Patreon or even becoming a member of the channel. Thank you for all the supporters that got supported to me throughout December, and all the new members that joined. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.